Hello, my name's Kelly, and I'm going to be talking to you this morning about our early childhood retreats. So, this is a fantastic opportunity if you are looking at further developing your early childhood knowledge, your leadership knowledge, or you're just wanting to escape the winter next year. And it combines two of my passions, early childhood and travel. So, let's get started. So the six retreats that we have are Sunshine Coast, which is a wine, wellness, and relaxation long weekend. We have a week in Vietnam, which is our play, creativity, and children's development, and that's for 7 nights. In Thailand, we have our leadership and management retreat, which is for 8 nights. In Bali, we have our educational excellence, which is for 5 nights. And in Ellie Beach, next winter, we have our wine wellness and winter warmer weekend, which is 3 nights. And then we have Denver and New York City, which is our early childhood excellence through a sociocultural lens. And I'm super pumped to be taking you there because I've lived in both Denver and New York City, and I'm really hopeful to be showing some early childhood educators from Australia the differences in the program and practice between and the pedagogy and the similarities between the two countries. So let's get started. So our Sunshine Coast will be coming up later this year. It will be on Thursday, the 12th of October to Sunday, the 15th, and that's our wine, wellness, and relaxation. So we're going to be going to the Sunshine Coast in Coolum and Coolum Beach, and we'll be staying beachfront 3 nights in a 4-star hotel overlooking Coolum Beach, and opposite the Coolum Beach there'll be a pool. It's close to the Marucci Airport, so if you need to fly in, it's quite easy to fly in. You receive a welcome glass of wine upon arrival. There's home cooked meals and desserts that will be served to you on our rooftop terrace. 3 by hot breakfasts. There's 3 lunches and snacks that will be packed so you can leisure at your own, whether that be by the pool or by the beach, or whether you just want to have a book, read a book, or you want to go kayaking. There'll be the 3 dinners, which include wine, soft drinks, and water. And you can choose from sparkling wine, Shiraz, and Chardonnay. So the different meals that we offer as well, I'll let you read them at your own pace. Our daily yoga classes, and we'll have discussions supporting gratitude, happiness, and mental well-being. There's an option for discounted optional tours, or you can just bring your book and sit by the beach or pool. So deposit is $300 per person, and we have solo and twin share available as well. So bring a friend or a colleague. Our next conference is next year, which will be Saturday the 17th to Saturday the 24th of February, and it's our play, creativity, and children's development, which will be held in beautiful Vietnam. So I encourage everyone to fly into Nha Trang Airport, and there'll be a private transfer waiting to take you to your hotel. So you'll receive 7 nights accommodation, you'll have your welcome wine. So I encourage everyone to get there by 5 o'clock. And generally flights will arrive around about that lunchtime from Australia, from different airports. We'll have that on the rooftop. There will be your buffet breakfasts, your 6 lunches, and your 7 dinners, including your glass of wine each night, a beer or soft drink. The meals at the hotel can either be Western or Vietnamese cuisines, and I encourage you to try the Vietnamese. Half-day city tour, so the price includes your half-day city tour and Baho waterfall tour. We'll have a day discussing play and early childhood development, philosophies and the importance of play, a day discussing developmental milestones, developing our creativity as early childhood professionals, and implementing play-based experiences to support the children within your classroom. So we can tailor that around once payments received, we will find out what age group you're working with, whether you're the centre manager or you're an educator within the classroom, and we can tailor the learning to be focused on the developmental ages and stages within your classroom. So 1 day of Nha Trang Island discovery, documentation and workbooks to support you and your team. And the retreats all of our retreats are tax deductible, and a certificate is received for your professional development. So again, the deposit is $300 per person, and prices are as marked on our website. The link is at the top of our page here that will take you through to our Vietnamese retreat. And we have solo and twin share available. So bring a friend or a colleague. Our next retreat is in Thailand, and it will be our leadership and management retreat. And that's for 8 nights from Friday the 8th of March through to Saturday the 16th of March, 2024. So what's included is your 8 nights accommodation and 5-star accommodation in Bangkok. So we'll have 3 nights in Bangkok and 5 nights in Phuket. And I encourage people to fly into Bangkok and out of Phuket. And if you need support with flights, we can do that as well. Also, in terms of visas and everything else, we will support you with that. But we also encourage to have 7 months validity in your passports from the end date of each trip. Welcome wine and soft drink on the first evening. So 8 by breakfasts, 7 by lunches, 8 by dinners with wine and soft drink every night. Return transfers from the Bangkok airport to our accommodation in Bangkok, and from Phuket to Phuket airport as well, and then back to Phuket on your way home. We'll do 1 by dinner cruise in Bangkok, midnight food tour on a tuk-tuk in Bangkok, and 1 by floating market trip, 1 by domestic flight from Bangkok to Phuket. So carry-on is 7 kgs and check luggage is 20 kgs. Transfers to our domestic flights, 2 by leadership and management days, 1 by private Phi Phi Island tour, and 1 by James Bond's Island tour as well. And I've got the link at the top of the page here for you to go and look at more about the drill down on what exactly we do every day. And your deposit again is 300 per person, and prices are as marked, and that includes solo and twin shares available as well. So bring your friend and colleague. We then move on to Bali for our educational excellence, which is 5 nights, and that's from Friday the 19th of April to Wednesday the 24th of April 2024. So join us in 5 nights in a 4-star hotel, so Sol Melia, Kuta Bali. It's an 800-meter walk to the beach. There's a pool and restaurant available, including your return airport transfers, 5 by breakfasts, 4 by lunches, 2 by morning teas, and 1 by afternoon tea. 4 by dinners, so no alcohol is included in this price, but it is available there, and they do have happy hours as well. A bottle of wine upon arrival, and it's Moments to Kuta, daily yoga classes, and discounted optional tours are available as well. So it begins on Friday and ends on Wednesday. So our Monday and our Tuesday morning is when we'll focus on our early childhood educational excellence. And I've got there what we will do. So we'll look at the National Quality Framework, supporting our educational leader, creative play, and also on the Tuesday, we'll look at nature play as well. Again, that deposit is 300 per person. And we've got solo and twin chairs available. So bring a friend or a colleague. And then we have our Ellie Beach, our winter warmer. So we have wine, wellness, and winter warmer weekend. And this will start on the 30th of May and go till Sunday, the 2nd of June. And so we have direct shared transfers from Proserpine to our hotel, our 3 nights accommodation, our welcome wine, beer, or soft drink by the pool, our daily yoga session, 3 by breakfast, 2 by lunches, including a barbecue on our tour day where we go to Hamilton Island and Whitehaven Beach, 3 by dinners, including 1 by glass of wine, beer, or soft drink each night. We have 1 by dinner, 2 courses, and 1 glass of wine, our sunset cruise, including 1 glass of wine or beer and nibbles, and 1 by dinner following our sunset cruise afterwards at a local beach restaurant, including 2 courses and 1 glass of wine or beer. 1 by dinner, which is 2 courses, and 1 by day discussing mental wellness for educators and for children, guiding children's behaviour and supporting children's additional needs, and that will happen on the Friday. 1 by day of Whitehaven Beach, Hamilton Island barbecue tour, which will happen on the Saturday, and that sunset cruise as well, and documentation and workbooks to support your team. Retreat is tax deductible like all our retreats. Deposit is 300 per person, and prices are as marked. And we have solo and twin chairs available, so bring a friend or a colleague. And finally, we have our Denver and New York City trip. As I mentioned, I've lived in both Denver and New York City, and this is our early childhood excellence through a socio-cultural lens. So what this means is that we will go to early learning centers in both Denver and in New York City and have a really good opportunity to see what the differences are in the early learning between Australia and the United States. So we have included 8 nights accommodation, 4-star accommodation in 5 nights, sorry, it's all 4-star accommodation. We've got 5 nights in Denver and we have 3 nights in New York City. So welcome wine and soft drink on the first evening. Most flights generally get into Denver via LAX or Los Angeles Airport around about that lunchtime from my experience and from what I've seen across Australia. your 8 by breakfasts, your 7 by lunches, your 1 course, your 8 by dinners with a wine and a soft drink every night, return transfers from Denver Airport to our accommodation in Denver, and from JFK, so New York Airport in New York City into New York City. A day trip to Dillon Reservoir, and we have optional hiking and kayaking. A domestic flight from Denver International Airport to John F. Kennedy Airport in New York City. So carry on is 7 kgs and checked luggage is 20 kgs, transfers to domestic flights. 1 day of early childhood excellence in Denver and New York, visiting early learning centers in both cities, understanding the differences in early childhood education across the 2 countries, the day visit to beautiful Lake Dillon, the tour of New York City and Denver, supporting early childhood experiences through play and understanding early childhood education through a sociocultural lens. Deposit is $300 per person. Prices are as marked. I have the link at the top of the page here, and solo and twin chair is available. Bring a friend or a colleague. And then finally, on our last page of our retreats, I have all of our links. And so our retreats are co-educational. So for our male and female educators, I just love the color pink, and it's easier to highlight on these pages. And so I'm super excited for you all to attend, and I hope to see you all soon.